The news about Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars just keeps getting crazier because we got cast members from Avengers Doomsday just teasing brand new cameos and returning cast members like Captain America. We also got some concerning news about the role of the Fantastic Four in these next two Avengers movies, updates from the set of Spider-Man Brand New Day, a big new celebrity joining the MCU, and so much more. Let's talk about it all. Starting with some official news that dropped from Deadline saying that Pedro Pascal has officially wrapped filming on Avengers Doomsday. Now this is important to note that the movie is still filming right now. He's just done with his parts. Now this has a lot of people questioning kind of what Reed Richards' role is going to be in these next two Avengers films, because obviously a lot of people want him to be like the main protagonist of the film, because obviously Doctor Doom is primarily a Fantastic Four and Reed Richards' villain. Now it is important to note that the movie has been filming since very late April, so this has already been shooting for a lot of months, so it's not like he's going to have like a very small role in the movie or anything. The kind of concerning thing is that we pretty much know that the ending of the film has not been shot yet, because just as a few weeks ago, the actress for Mystique literally came out and said like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm coming back to the movie or not, because they haven't even finished writing the script yet, which is a rumor we were hearing for a long time, and this pretty much confirmed it. They're still kind of finishing up like how this movie is actually going to end. Now honestly, the reason I'm not worried about this is because even if the Fantastic Four and Reed don't have a big role in Avengers Doomsday, we know that a lot of the heroes probably aren't going to, because it's going to be Doctor Doom's movie. He's going to be the main character just like Thanos was in Infinity War, and I think it's more likely that in Secret Wars is where we see the Fantastic Four get a lot more time to shine versus Doctor Doom directly. And plus, no spoilers, but from some events in the MCU recently, we do know that the Fantastic Four are going to be very motivated to go after Doctor Doom anyway, so I'm not worried about it. Let's move on to this new quote from Joseph Quinn, who plays the Human Torch, aka Johnny Storm, if you didn't know, because he was pretty much asked about like, oh, what's different about working on Avengers Doomsday with Chris Hemsworth and all these other MCU veterans versus working on the Fantastic Four where you're all newcomers? And he said it's encouraging and reassuring to kind of know these characters that you're filming with. I've seen Thor in films, I've seen lots of other people who maybe I can't mention in films, and to be alongside them is very exciting. Oh, spoilers, scary. I've actually watched the interview clip where he's talking about it, and it's even more damning in there, because he starts talking about like, oh yeah, I've seen, and then he kind of like stutters for a second. He's like, oh, people I probably can't mention. And this has a lot of people thinking like, oh, who is he talking about that he's filming with, that he's seen in previous MCU movies that hasn't been announced yet? Me personally, I'm taking this as pretty much confirmation that we're gonna see Chris Evans returning in this movie, whether it is as like Captain America, maybe he comes back as Johnny Storm, but I don't see that happening, or like Captain Hydra, some evil version of Captain America working with Doctor Doom in this movie. I do think it's very likely we've seen him. We've had so many rumors and casting announcements before for this. Like even the Hollywood Reporter reported on this like months ago. I feel like everybody forgot about this, and then obviously Chris Evans came out and declined that because if Marvel hasn't said it, he's not going to confirm it. But I feel like all the clues are pointing to him actually being in this movie, but who knows, it could be other returning actors. Let me know who it could be in the comments below. In which Josh Brolan, who voices and did the motion capture for Thanos in an interview, said that he would return as Thanos in Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars if the Russo brothers asked him. Now him answering like this makes me feel like he's not in the movies, honestly. Him just being like, oh yeah, I take that Marvel paycheck again. Hey, the comic panel of Doom ripping out the spine of Thanos has become one of the most like famous comic panels of the last couple of years. I feel like ever since the announcement that yeah, Doom's coming to the MCU now, everybody's been begging for the scene to be recreated, and plus we do know that the Fantastic Four and Doom are from a different universe. There could still be a living Thanos over there, and I can't lie, I think this would be an all-time great cold opening to the movie. Like think back to Infinity War, how cool it was watching the movie, and you just start off with Thanos already having obliterated the ship that Thor and all the people from Asgard were on. Doing this with Doctor Doom, having him rip out the spine of Thanos from a different universe, would be absolutely chilling and perfectly show his strength. We do got some other crazier news and rumors we're going to get to, but first I just want to talk about this new quote from James Marsden, who plays Cyclops. He just talked about that it's been a blast, it really has been filming Doomsday. It's been a nice little homecoming to a role that really put me on the map. It was the first real event project that I was ever a part of, and a very beloved character, this icon from the comics, and so to step back into that was pretty special. Honestly, between this and the comments from Alan Cumming, who plays Nightcrawler, and some of the other X-Men actors, it seems like they're just genuinely so happy to finally be a part of an Avengers films instead of being in a separate universe with the Fox movies. I'm sure they kind of felt like they were missing out at the time, so I feel like it's just nice that they're all gonna finally be in an Avengers film officially. When it comes to Spider-Man Brand New Day, we do have a new update that pretty much the majority of the film going forward is going to be filmed entirely inside, and if you're unaware why that's a big deal, if you haven't seen on social media, there's been tons of set photos of them filming outside, a huge action sequence, people getting behind the scenes look at the first car chase in the movie, the suit, everything. And I think they were really happy for that. It really served as just more marketing for the film, but obviously for some of the bigger reveals, like who Sadie Sink's playing, who the main villain of the film is. They want to film that indoors to not spoil the surprise so that everybody on the street can just see what's going on in this movie, which honestly I think is a good decision. We have a new rumor from the insider Daniel RPK that Ana de Armas is reportedly being eyed for a big role at Marvel Studios. No indication of who she could possibly be playing, and maybe honestly Marvel doesn't know. They just know like, oh hey, she's a big actress, let's bring her into this universe. Let me know in the comments who you think she would be a perfect casting for though. One casting I've seen thrown around is that she's going to be one of the Black Swans, and if you don't know who these characters are in the comics, pretty much they have a major role in Secret Wars, kind of working for Doctor Doom. Kind of serve as like his herald, just like Silver Surfer is for Galactus, but instead he sends them around kind of doing different research and stuff for him on the multiverse and the incursions going on in Secret Wars. Like one of the Black Swans in particular is like the sole survivor of an Earth that was getting absolutely deleted from existence, and Doom kind of saves her, so I feel like they could definitely do this in Secret Wars. It would be a cool role for Ana de Armas. This might be far-fetched, but I also have seen people kind of throw the rumor around that maybe Scarlett Johansson will be returning as this character and working for Doctor Doom, just like maybe Chris Evans is returning as Captain Hydra, and I'm not gonna lie, that would kind of be fire. Let me know your thoughts on all this news in the comments below. If you missed it, we got a new Spider-Verse spin-off movie officially announced from Sony. If you want to hear all about that, click the video above my head right now, and thank you for watching.